Hey guys, alright, I want to talk to you really quickly about how to use this course. This course isn't a step-by-step guide about how to earn money. This is a database of a bunch of information so that I can show you that this is possible, and I can give you some direction so that you guys can learn. Because ultimately, it's getting experience and information that will lead to you earning money, right? And also, the mentality matters as well. But that doesn't matter. I really encourage you not to think of this course as, okay, I should do section 1, then section 2, then section 3. If that's how you work, then that's great. The way I would use this is I would look down all these sections and figure out what I am most interested in. Say that you're just making an eBay account or you haven't made one, then probably the best idea is to start in the eBay section. But maybe you're an existing dropshipper and you're just looking for ways to expand your dropshipping business. Then the best thing to do is start in the profitability section, or maybe the software section, which is being added as I speak. Okay? So let me do a quick overview so you guys have a sense of what each section is. So the introduction, obviously, you're seeing that now, right? The core concepts. Okay, these are conversations between Mark and myself. Mark is another dropshipper who has way more experience dropshipping than I do. He uses optimization and something called a sniping method, where you scan the other people's sales to see what they're selling, and then you only post the items that they've sold multiple times, right? So it kind of takes away some of the guesswork of figuring out what to post. He has a lot of experience, and it's different than the way that I operate. I don't have as much experience, but I have unique experience, and we have an interesting mentality because we don't always agree on things, right? And actually, this course itself, we got in a big fight over it, and that's why he's pretty much only in the second section. We had a disagreement about whether, in my head, the course should be published and then continuously improved over and over and over again. Because my goal isn't to get rich off of you guys. My goal is to educate you. So I'm okay with publishing something that's not finished yet, because I know that that will bring you the finished course sooner. Whereas I could try and figure out all of the things that need to go into this course over a long period of time and keep improving it, but ultimately a lot of it would be guesswork. I listen to feedback, and me going through and seeing this, it's something I'm pouring my heart into. So, this section here is Mark and I talking about a couple concepts. I give my side and Mark gives his side. And I was hoping that would be more of the course, showing you guys that, there's different ways to think. And everywhere you look, there's going to be people telling you different things. It's not a matter of finding somebody you completely blindly trust. It's a matter of exposing yourself to as much information as you possibly can. Okay? So in the core concept section, we just kind of talk about, a couple different issues with dropshipping, how to find items, pricing, seasonality, all those different concepts. These are all conversations between Marcus and myself. After that, there's a section about eBay GSP. And this is how to ship internationally and how to enable GSP. It accommodates about 40% of my business. And I think it's really important because a lot of people are really scared of GSP. They don't think it's worth doing. And I wanted to make sure this course has a dedicated section to it because it can earn you a lot of money, right? The understanding eBay section is best for people who don't have a whole lot of experience with eBay, because this is all about how eBay account limits work, how store subscriptions work, how to set up automatic feedback and deal with unpaid items and all that kind of stuff. A lot of this has to do with settings and just the kind of nitty-gritty part of what eBay is, okay? Then after that, we have a section about PayPal holds and limitations. So there's 3 major PayPal holds that can be placed, and this section is all about those holds and how to understand how to work around them and work with them, right? After that, we have the section about profitability. This is targeted towards people who are existing dropshippers, but it's also useful to people who are just new into dropshipping. And this section is about how, once you already have sales established, how to get higher margins of profit from those existing sales. And the main 3 ways are using gift cards, cashback, and a reseller sales tax exemption, okay? After that, there's a section about what items to post. I understand that it's really intimidating figuring out what to post. There are so many items to post out there, and a lot of people spend way too much time just trying to they're just thinking about what to post, and that's not productive. What is productive is you actually posting items. So I really encourage you to look at this section and take it to heart and spend not too much time thinking about what to post and more time posting things and then observing the results, right? So I have a video here, the third video, where I show you 1,000 of my sales. So if you want to get a sense of what did people buy when Jack just blindly posted all these items, it's right there. All right? I hope that helps. After that, I have a section about sources and suppliers. So this starts off with a list of over 300 different sources that you can use. It isn't complete yet, but the list itself is there, and then there's information about each source, what is different between the sources, and all that kind of stuff. And then I have videos about Walmart, showing you my experience with Walmart. Remember, I use Walmart exclusively as a source, so Walmart is the one that I know the most about. After that, there's a video about Home Depot, and a video about Amazon. And then after that, a quick tutorial about how to use a virtual private network. This is really simple, and a lot of people think VPNs are illegal and sketchy. They're not. Literally just download an internet browser, press a button, and it looks like you're coming in from the States. There's many reasons that you would use this, and if you're an international dropshipper and you're frustrated that every time you look at your source, it thinks you're Target, it's like, hey, we don't ship to Nicaragua. I want to look at what Target sells in the US, not Nicaragua, so I can use a VPN to get around that, right? After that, there's a section about how to create eBay listings. And so this has a couple different methods to get the items to exist in the first place. The first one is manual listing, and then the others are all done using different kinds of software. And there's so many ways to create listings, and this section is going to get bigger with more and more time. After that, we have a section on the bulk approach, and this is how I post things on eBay. One thing, be careful when you're posting bulk items. It's really easy to go into a lot of debt, and it's not something that's going to guarantee you a lot of money straight away. That being said, it gives you experience so much faster than optimizing, because you can post items in fractions of a second, and that shows you what is in demand. You don't have to guess. You don't have to look at other people's words and insight. You can just post a big variety of items, and then you see what gets attention. You create a system that shows you, right? And bulk also enables you to create huge eBay accounts, which you could then make really profitable by scaling using optimization and virtual assistants. But sometimes getting those eBay account limits to be high in the first place can be kind of tricky because you have to keep maxing them, right? That's tricky when you have to, take 5-10 minutes listing. So the next section is similar, except this is more about stuff that's useful when you're trying to do bulk. The section 11 is about you seeing exactly what it is that I do every day. Instead of me explaining what I do, I decided that it would be good for me to just do some videos and show you, so you see exactly what it is that I do. All right? And so after that, there's going to be a tool on software. That's going to be over here, and that's going to include a lot of introductions to software that you can use. We have a guest section here from Becky, who runs a YouTube channel about dropshipping in the UK. So she talks about some of the differences in the UK versus the US. And you can click on the links in these videos to get to her YouTube channel. And then we have another guest section here, which is from Carlos. And he is a dropshipper who speaks Spanish. So this section is entirely in Spanish for people whose, English isn't their first language. And it's mostly tailored towards giving you a kind of sense of what's the situation for Spanish speakers in the States? Can they dropship? What's the situation for Spanish speakers in Latin America? Can they dropship? You can learn all of that in that section. And then we have the final section, which is pretty self-explanatory. Alright guys, I'm sorry that video is so long. I know it droned on a bit. I will catch you later in the course. Bye-bye.